AI isn't something your team is building. It's already here, woven into your applications and services you use every day, and a lot of it is transparent to you. You have your employees experimenting with generative AI tools, and SaaS vendors are embedding AI features without telling you. And all of this creates what we call shadow AI, which is an attack surface you didn't even know existed. Let's dive in. Welcome to the Virtual CISO, the podcast where we break down the intersection of security, compliance, and business growth. This season, we're diving deep into AI. We will be talking about the opportunities it brings and the risks you cannot afford to ignore as an organization. On today's episode, we will be discussing shadow AI, which is what happens when employees adopt tools outside your organization approved systems. That alone can expand your attack surface faster than most organizations realize. At the end of this episode, you will be able to tell if you're really in control or if you're in the dark. I hope that's not the case. So, what is shadow AI? Shadow AI can simply be described as an unsanctioned use of AI technology and tools in your technology environment. A typical example is employees bypassing official processes to use AI tools for speed or convenience. This could also be in form of your vendor silently integrating AI features, for example, AI assistant into your tools or software products. This can lead to sensitive data flowing into unvetted systems outside your organization. More simply put it like this, the tools that you don't account for are the ones that will increase your vulnerability exposure. Let's discuss why it matters. AI adoption is exploding across multiple industries, and it seems security and compliance teams are playing catch up. Shadow AI mirrors the same problem we saw with shadow IT within the past decade. The only difference is this time the stakes are higher. It could result in data leakage, model poisoning, and regulatory blind spots. In fact, a recent survey showed that over 60% of employees admit to using unauthorized AI tools for work. If your organization doesn't get ahead of this behavior eventually creates invisible vulnerabilities. It's only a matter of time. There are so many risks associated with shadow AI, which ranges from data exposure to compliance risk to attack surface growth, model drift and bias, as well as trust erosion. Let's start with data exposure. An example of where data exposure could manifest is when an employee pays sensitive code, PII, or financial data into AI tools. For example, an engineer pastes proprietary code into ChatGPT or Claude to debug. That code now exists outside your controlled environment. This results in data leakage of sensitive information. Next, we have compliance risks. If data leaves your boundary, you may be in breach of privacy regulations such as GDPR or HIPAA without realizing it. For example, a SaaS vendor pushes an AI upgrade to its platform. Overnight, your customer data is routed through third-party models without disclosure, and AI is processing personal data without data processing agreement, which is DPAs, consent, or proper safeguards. And there is attack surface growth. Every hidden AI endpoint is a new target for an attacker. An example of this is team adopting multiple AI co-pilots to speed up workflows. Each one has different privacy policy and known data retention practices. We also have model drift and bias. With model drift and bias, uncontrolled training could lead to bad decisions that create legal or regulatory challenges. And of course, you have trust erosion. Your customers and regulators won't accept who didn't know as an excuse. All of these risks are hard to detect, given AI usage blends into normal workflow. Logs often don't capture where sensitive data flows, and traditional controls weren't designed for monitoring LLM activity. Now, let's discuss practical steps that your organization can take to get ahead of shadow AI. First, you want to conduct an AI usage inventory. Start with discovery and understand what AI tools are actually in use across your organization. Establish clear and formal AI acceptable use policies tied to business value. Remember, don't ban, but guide. Define what is safe to share. The slogan here is make it easy for people to do the right thing. Then you want to update your vendor questionnaires to include questions about AI usage, AI model hosting, and data retention. Then you want to create a safe AI sandbox, which are simply vetted and secure tools so employees don't feel the need to go rogue. You want to make it easy for people to do the right thing. Also, use DLP solutions to catch AI traffic leaving your environment. Then, you want to train teams on AI risks the same way you do with phishing training and simulations. The practical takeaways from this episode are: shadow AI isn't going away. Trying to block it outright will only drive it further underground. Make it about awareness. The smarter strategy will be visibility, plus governance and enablement. By treating AI governance like you once treated shadow IT, you turn a compliance headache into a competitive advantage and enable innovation without exposing the business. If you are proactive, you can harness AI safely without chaos. Shadow AI is the new attack surface. The organization that will win will be the ones that can harness AI power safely, which result in building trust with customers, regulators, and their own employees. Thank you so much for listening to the Virtual CISO. If you found today's episode helpful, share it with your team, your peers, or anyone building responsibly with AI. For more insights and resources, visit us at thevirtualciso.ca or reach out to us directly at info@thevirtualciso.ca. And remember, awareness is your defense. Stay safe out there. I'm your host, Olivia.